welcome back. This is episode 139 of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow, the number one Arrowverse podcast on Pornhub. I am your host, the self-knighted Sir Cussalott Travis Pointer, aka the Dragon King, aka Big T, aka T Money, aka Sweet T, aka Black Merlin, aka the HNIC. And I'm joined as always by my co-host Mara the Shark Watkins.
Hello.
How are you, Mara?
I am good.
Good, good. Glad to hear it. Anything interesting happening? Anything fun happening?
I'm up for a promotion.
Promotions are good. Promotions are good. I didn't know I was promoting you, but okay, cool. But yeah, cool, cool. Well, Mara, unfortunately, we're not here to talk about your promotions and whether or not I'm going to give you one. We're
Okay.
here to talk about the Arrowverse on the CW. That being, Supergirl, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Arrow, Black Lightning, Batwoman, Stargirl, Superman, and Lois. Yeah, I knew them all that time. Ah,
Yeah. Ah.
did I not rehearse that and memorize it so I wouldn't mess it up again? You'll never know. I won't
Yes.
tell you. Depends on how much you think I care.
Just a tad.
Hmm, maybe. But anyway, let's talk about those things because that's what we're here to talk about. So we only got three of them this week. No Black Lightning. We just got Batwoman, Superman, Lois, and Flash. So
We're
Mara,
literally knocking one down each week.
where you want to go? Where you want to start?
Let's start with Superman and Lois, since they are the next ones to be knocked off to go on break.
Yeah, they were replacing them with Supergirl though. So it's
Yeah,
like
whatever. I
it's
mean,
like we don't get a break. It's just hey, we're gonna remember, Supergirl stuff already, so we'll just throw that in there. But
why
anyway,
not?
anyway, this episode of Superman and Lois is called What?
The best of Smallville.
So very apropos title. So this episode kicks off, voiceover with Clark this time, not Lois. They seem like they're kind of going back and forth about that because, Superman
It's not
and
just
Lois.
about Lois, it's also about Clark.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's the whole family. They got things going on, but they the two main ones. But it's Harvest Fest time. This is a Smallville tradition, and Clark loves it. He like this is what Smallville is all about because it's this big donation thing where people all come together and give what they can and all that kind of shit. I'm like, oh yeah, something's gonna happen to them donations. Like I knew it as soon as it started. That was the thing. I'm like, this ain't gonna go well. Something's gonna go wrong with this donating thing because they're making it too important. But that being said, even though I predicted it happening, I'm still digging it when it did. So it's okay. But he's telling the family about it and all that. Um, Later on at the school, Sarah asked Jordan if she would, if he would go to the Harvest Fest with her, little day to day thing, and he gets all nervous and shit. And John's like, "Yeah, he'll go." So
Right?
doing what he's supposed to do in that situation, because you know what it's like when your friend is getting all nervous and shit around the person they into, and you got to speak for them because they can't talk because they get stupid. Yeah, same shit. But then the exact opposite happens to John because apparently, old girl was supposed to come visit that
Liza.
night. What's her name?
Eliza.
Yeah, fuck her anyway. Like she was supposed to come visit that night and breaks up with him like hours before she's supposed to see him. And I'm just like, well, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, also, did we really see that lasting long?
No, but she could have done that in person or did it yesterday.
I mean, she could be more graceful about it. Yes, I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was wondering how
Also,
long it was going to take them
also,
to get here.
how was he able to talk on the phone like in the hall at school? You were able to talk on the phone like in the hallways at school? No, me neither. Me neither.
I'd be lucky to have my phone in my hands.
I know they can't like confiscate phones anymore. Like I think that's a thing because ours used to get taken away. Like we'd be in school and they catch me like texting and shit. I got mine taken away before for texting. I was texting during study hall too, and that was like, man, that's fucked up. I wasn't even doing nothing. Like we wasn't even learning or nothing, but you took my phone. They're like, who were you texting? And yeah,
None of your business.
exactly. And it's funny because I was in one study hall and my girlfriend at the time was in like the next room study hall. And
Mm-hmm.
for some reason, the ones in charge of study hall knew that we were dating. I don't know how they knew that, but they were like, "Yeah, this is Travis's phone," because people knew me around there, and they were just like, "Yeah, well, he wasn't texting her because she's sleeping." I almost said her name. Um, yeah, he wasn't texting her because look, she sleeps, so that's not what's happening. So yeah, don't worry about who I was texting. All right. Was I being shady at the time? Yeah, high school Travis was a hoe. So there's a good chance I was. I don't
Oh,
remember who
God.
I was texting, honestly. Could it have been some other girl? Maybe. It's very likely because I had no chill. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Why you let me go on that tangent? Um,
You, you seemed like you were having a moment.
I was kind of reminiscing. But anyway, yeah, she dumps him over the phone because that's how we got there because he was on his phone in the hallway at school. Um,
Maybe if you weren't answering your phone in school, you wouldn't have gotten your heart hurt at school.
I mean, it would have still happened. She would have just not shown up, period. And then, or he would have got dumped via voicemail. You imagine getting dumped via voicemail?
No, no. I would go home and fight, throw hands.
I feel like that would be worse than being dumped via text.
Just a bit.
I got dumped via email before.
That sounds horrible.
It was, but like it wasn't real though. I was only like 13. So like looking back, it wasn't even really like real anyway. So, you know. Anyway, newspaper lady. What's newspaper lady's name?
Chrissy.
Yeah, her. She calls Lois and lets her know, like, hey, some shit's going down. So Lois comes in and the lady's son is just back. Just the missing son is just
Sharon Powell
there. Yeah.
and Derek.
Sharon Powell's son, Derek, is back. See, this is what Mara's here for, folks, because like there's a whole episode that's kind of centered around these people, and I still just don't care, so I don't know their name.
It was only like 2 weeks ago.
Out of sight, out of mind, Mara.
Oh my God.
So yeah, he's just back. They dropped some bullshit story about him just turning up somewhere, memory loss and all that. He got hit on the head or something, and she wants to drop everything because she got her son back. She's happy. Clearly, they're hiding something. She just lying and shit. Chrissy,
Mm-hmm.
she knows it, and yeah, see, I remembered that time. Um, she knows it. Lois knows it. They're like, yo, what the fuck? Then it turns out, yeah, Lex, and I'm putting those in quotes because
I won't call him Lex. I've only been calling him Luther because I don't think they've said his first name, have they?
I don't know.
I
You're
mean,
right.
I know he's like, I know he's Luther from another
Right,
world,
right.
but
And they
like,
called him Captain Luthor. So yeah, I think I don't think they
you
ever
know,
did actually say Lex. They may not
because,
have.
and the only reason I say that is because are we still assuming that Clark and Lois are on the same Earth as where Kara is? Because they already have a Lex Luthor.
Right, right. But he's already said he's not from their Earth. So
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, remember, like, even, and we also visit this in the Flash, with the temporal dissonance, like with all of them kind of coming together. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, yeah, this is what would be Lex on another world, but I don't think that's his name. I don't know. To some theory, I feel like they're not the same. So that's why, because I'm wondering why aren't they
I
both
mean,
like
but I said they're clearly not the
dying?
same. So
But I'm like, but you know what I'm saying? Like when they were having them before, like when there was two of them on the
on the
planet,
same Earth, they'd be fucked up. Yeah, you're right.
like,
Yeah,
so I was like, but they're not doing that.
you're right. Maybe that's like his I don't know, distant cousin or like illegitimate son with some woman.
Nah, me.
But that would require Lex to actually like fuck somebody and like stop trying to kill Kryptonians for a minute. So
Or like, or like it's instead of on that Earth, instead of Lex having a sister named Lena, he does have a brother, but the brother is the one who hates Superman,
is
who
he
or who has.
adopted?
I guess I don't know.
I mean,
I
Lena's
mean,
adopted, so
yeah, true. I was gonna say, I mean, like on that planet, I mean, the Luthers could be black for all we know on that planet.
possibly. We don't know.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that too.
he's watching Lois because he's like, where Lois goes, Superman it goes, and blah blah blah. So harvest donations are going down. The Powells show up to do some donations, but he's all fucked up. He getting like headaches and shit. He goes all laserized and sets the whole building on fire. Just fucks everything up.
It's fuck all the donations, right?
Yeah, basically. Then we get a flashback of Clark stopping some robbery when he was a teenager. And that starts like a series of flashbacks we get in this episode, and he's just building up to the point where he ends up, leaving Smallville. Really not much else to say about those except, he was just, starting to feel himself and rebel because he's a teenager and teenagers do dumb shit. And yeah, that was it. So yeah, we're just not gonna touch on those anymore because there wasn't much else to them. So yeah, he set the building on fire. We got Cal. Um, he
Hate
runs
this
in.
every week.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's firefighting, doing firefighting things. He almost died saving his boy in there. I think his name was Mitch.
Mitch.
Yeah, yeah. But Clark ends up saving them both because some shit goes like about to fall on him. He does the freeze breath to like put the fire out and everything. Just went all, you know. And he gets up. He's like, "What the fuck? Why is there frost on this shit? Like, the hell?" um, Lois later on shows up at the scene of the fire. She's talking to Cam and asks him about Derek. And yeah, Kyle saw him there. So she's like, "Yo, what the fuck? Okay. Okay. He's something up here." And as she's leaving, she's approached by Captain Luthor. You're right. We're gonna call him Captain Luthor.
Who's posing as Marcus Bridgewater, who's a reporter from somewhere else. I forget.
Okay, cool. I didn't hear the name. I just heard him pretending to be a reporter. So okay. Good, good.
This is why to keep captions on for.
I mean, I do too, but at that very moment, I just wasn't paying attention. But yeah, I definitely do watch everything with subtitles / captions for that very reason. Let's see.
And then it kind of, after they have like a quick chat, I
Oh
didn't
yeah,
really catch what about. But then,
it was really just him trying to feel her out. That's really all that was happening. Got some contact info from her, trying to get in her good graces, just so he can, be around and be closer, so he can be around Superman.
yep. We find out more about that later.
Yeah, yeah. So then we find out that uh Powell, what's the mama
Chrissy
name?
goes to meet with Sharon,
Yeah, and Sharon hasn't seen her son since the fire, and
which I think is crazy. You don't think it's crazy? You don't think it's weird that you went somewhere with your son and you haven't seen him since this fire broke out?
Well, yeah, she said she didn't seem okay with it either. So she was, she's like, yo, he just said he needed space. It doesn't make no sense to me. I don't know what the fuck he, yeah. So she didn't seem okay with it,
Space
but
from what? He just came home.
yeah,
That's what
yeah,
she's probably thinking.
yeah. So but then Chrissy gets her phone from her, like, yeah, can I see that message? And uses that to track the son's location because they're on the same plan. And I'm just like, ah, you all tracking location as and y'all just okay with that too, huh? But anyway, let's see. Let me cut back to the house. John's being a little bitch because he mad about his girlfriend breaking up with him. He's like, I want to go back to Metropolis. I want to, I want to go stay with such and such and such. And he's like,
The
you know,
Kelsos.
yeah. And he was like, maybe I'll just do it anyway because that's what Jordan did. And you let him play anyway. And I'm like, he let him
That's not
play
the same
anyway.
thing.
No, he let him play anyway because you talked him into it. Like,
I was
are
like,
you
that's such a
fucking
different
kidding
scenario.
me?
Those things aren't comparable.
Not at all. But the other one happened because of you. Like, are you like that's it's the reoccurring theme here? Is he's so upset about what's going on with Jordan and the football thing when he initiated it?
Right.
Like,
You could have been like, yeah, Dad, you should stick to your guns.
yeah, or just not said anything. He didn't even have to. He wouldn't have had to say anything because Clark was all against Jordan playing football, so that would have just been it. John talked him back into it, like talked him into letting him play. And it's just what the fuck?
I couldn't tell you.
I don't like John, if you haven't figured that out.
I mean, in every show, there's at least one kid you don't like.
Yeah, because kids are dumb.
I mean, I can't do anything about that.
I mean, I mean, I don't blame them for being dumb. They're supposed to be because they're kids. They don't know shit. But yeah, there's always one kid though that just pisses me off more than others. You're right. You're absolutely right.
It changes all the time, but there is always a kid on your shit list.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Looking forward to Stargirl coming back in that fucking little brother. I hate that kid
Max.
so much.
Max, right?
I don't know. I don't know what that kid's name is.
I
Fuck him.
think it's something with an M too.
Fuck that kid. So, anyway, he wants to go back to Metropolis. He's like, nah, blah, blah, blah. I'll do it anyway because that's what you're doing, blah,
Mike.
blah. Okay. So, anyway, then we get a scene. Lana's getting ready to head out to the festival. And Cam comes back home. He's been drinking. They get into a fight because he's been drinking. I don't understand this at all. Like, what are they fighting about?
I see last week. It's because he's drinking. That's what she's upset about.
His best man is like best friend almost died. He was drinking with his fireman buddies. Like, I don't understand.
I don't know. But all I know is that from last week, that reconciliation was very
Clearly that's done.
temporary.
Yeah, clearly that's done. And Sarah's like, "Don't, mom, go ahead and go. I'll stay here with him." Clearly, she knows what to do, so she made him a sandwich.
He sung some weird song to her.
Yeah, was he singing in Spanish? Was that French? What was going on?
Spanish.
It was Spanish. Yeah. She's like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing?"
Like, I would be super creeped out. I'd be like, yo, are they hinting at some kind of abuse? Because I'm not with the shits right now.
I don't think they were. I can see how people would think that, but I don't think they were.
Because I'm about to say, like, they've already made Kyle, like, dislikable enough. Like, don't do this too.
That's not his name.
What do you mean?
His name isn't Kyle.
It is Kyle.
It's Cal.
I can't say that.
Cal. I need a soundboard like with just that on it, like just so I can just have that over and over again.
I have faith in you that you could make that sound.
I mean, I absolutely could, make the soundboard myself. I'm not going to, but I know I could. I have the technology.
We have the technology for this.
I don't have the time. Let's see. So they get to the festival. We got John and Jordan show up. Other dudes from the football team were there. They got liquor. They got their flask and shit. And John's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna drink with you." And Jordan's like, "Yeah, I have vagina coming, so I'm gonna go wait for that."
That's a date.
Yeah, yeah. So you all can drink without vagina, and I'll go where the vagina is.
Jonathan's like, I'm smart.
I mean, Jordan.
Jordan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Jordan's the one getting some. John got dumped. He gets no vagina.
He gets nothing.
Yeah, yeah. So then we see Chrissy's following Derek, and we find out he's fucking Morgan
Uh,
Edge's assistant.
Leslie Lar. It took a while to get her name, but I got it.
All right, well they fucking. Um,
I was like, yo, Chris is gonna get herself murdered.
I expected her to die in this episode. Like no bullshit. Like that when she called Lois, I thought, yep, that's it for you. Like during that phone call, I thought she was gonna die.
I thought she was gonna get caught, and that was gonna be the end of it.
Yeah, they were gonna catch her, and he was gonna laser eye her in the car, just like what happened to old dude in the car. So it didn't
Right. So I
happen
was
though.
right. They let her live. I was
Yeah.
like, how? How? In real life, this would not happen this way.
Mm-hmm.
She would be dead.
Yeah, and then we got Clark just being all broody and shit. There was another flashback here. Then he gets a text. I don't know what that text was. They didn't really follow up on that. I'm like, what's happening here? I don't know. I guess that must just been about Lois saying meet me here now and all that shit. I don't know. But Sarah finally ends up showing up at the festival. They meets up with Jordan. She's like, I'm gonna get you an elephant ear because you shouldn't eat anything that's on a
What is
stick.
an elephant ear?
Fried dough.
That's all it is.
Mm-hmm. With some like powdered sugar and shit on it and all that.
Oh, it's a zeppeli.
Hmm?
It's a zeppeli.
I don't know what the fuck is a zeppeli.
It's fried dough and powdered sugar.
I don't know. Send me a picture of it.
Okay.
Have you ever seen well, imagine a funnel cake. You've seen funnel cakes, right?
Yeah. It's the same thing. Just
Funnel
in a
cake, just
cake.
one solid piece.
Yeah, a zeppeli. But all right.
Oh, is that what y'all call that?
Well, zeppelis are more of like an Italian dessert, but it's typically fried dough with powdered sugar on it.
No, I need to look this up. Let's see. No, those are too small. Elephant ears are
Okay.
bigger.
Okay. So yeah, that's why I was like, I'm missing something here.
Yeah, they're bigger, flatter, like they look like an elephant ear. Yeah. Hence why they're called elephant ears.
I was just saying like the gist of it sounds like the same as like a zeppeli.
I
It's
mean,
just different
there's a
shape.
lot of those out there that are basically the same thing. It's like that's just like a donut. It's just in a different shape. like,
Yeah,
it's, you know. So, hey,
I
what's
agree with you.
this? Wait, what is this? What is this?
What is what?
Blah, blah,
You scaring me, dog.
blah, 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 blah. Arrow the Canaries. However, oh, okay, okay. Never mind. I just saw when I was, looking that up, I saw a Google story that said something about Green Arrow and the Canaries. And I'm like, wait, what's happening here? And they're just talking about the fact that they kind of semi acknowledge it on the Flash. That's all.
Ah, gotcha.
And I'm like, okay, okay. Whew. All right. I don't want that show to happen. It's
I
just
thought they
like
already said the Green Arrow and the Canaries weren't happening.
they never officially said it wasn't happening. It's just more of a like we know it's not because by now they would have said something. I think.
Mm.
I could be wrong. I could be forgetting it. There's a very good chance that I saw a story that said it wasn't happening and even shared it in the group myself, you know?
I feel like you did.
Yeah, there's a very good chance that happened in the group. Where's that group, Mark?
Facebook.com/group/super flashy era of tomorrow. I definitely slurred that.
It's fine. They got the gist of it. If not, say it again, just so they know.
Facebook.com/groups/super flashy era of tomorrow.
There we go. Y'all go there. Go there. Anyway,
Cancelled.
cool. So she's following them. She didn't die. She sees them put Derek in this machine shit, and she's like, "Oh fuck." Then we got John being a drunk idiot. And I'm just like, "Yo, this is how I know you're a dumbass teenager, because that's dumbass teenager shit." Um, Sarah sees this. Sarah gets really upset because family trauma, and
Yeah.
yeah, and this
She
is when
told she told Jonathan by himself.
she did all about himself.
Like, it's not that big of a deal. Shut up.
You get to come around here with your perfect family just because one thing don't go right. You just hang out and get drunk and blah 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 blah. I'm like,
She went in.
like all the way in.
She
Anyway,
was like, "You stupid. You doing wrong.
you're doing wrong.
You doing it wrong."
Gonna lock you up for too long. Okay, it's one of my favorite songs ever. But anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, this is when Chrissy calls Lois to tell her what the fuck's going on. We talked about that earlier. That's when I thought she was gonna die. Clark hears this conversation because
And he takes the fuck off. He was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
"You said what?"
yeah. So he goes there. He sees them. They see him. Derek takes off. Superman gives chase. Captain Luthor is tracking them.
Wait a second. Can we just talk about for 3 seconds how Superman puts out the fire on this random farmhouse and then proceeds to burst through the firehouse, the farmhouse.
That was 6 seconds. Don't get mad at me for not doing what you said you were gonna do. All right. All right. You don't get to get an attitude because I pointed out your lies and your falsehoods. Okay. Oh, you just gonna just keep the picture of you and Lil Luna up. Okay, now she's back because she realized she fucked up, not me.
I didn't fuck up.
Did you not say 3 seconds and then go 6 seconds?
You didn't need to count. You knew I was being facetious.
Is that the word you really wanted to use?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I need my notes to stay up on my screen. Aggressively tap screen.
Anyway, so we get this super fight with Superman and Derek, and all of a sudden Lex just Captain Luthor pops out with this big ass bazooka thing. He just takes him out.
I thought he killed Derek, and I was like, damn, now they'll never know what happened to him.
No, he didn't kill Derek because Derek stood up and then Derek killed Derek. So it's just
no. At first though, when whatever he shot at them had contact with them, I thought he got Derek only. I was like, oh well, Superman's gonna eat that shit. And then it was like, there goes Derek, and now we'll never know what happened.
Yeah. I mean, he did eat that shit though. They both ate that shit. But Yeah, he ends up blowing himself. Well, not blowing himself up, but doing like the whole glowy shit and then dies. Like,
He did that thing that happened in like Iron Man 3 with the people who couldn't handle what's his face's powers and shit.
hmm?
You remember in Iron Man 3 when
Mm-mm.
I know people don't care for it. Did you see Iron Man 3?
Yeah, I 100% saw Iron Man 3. And it wasn't even the fact that I don't care for it. I really just don't remember what happened in Iron Man 3.
Oh, with the people that he was given that serum to that would make them superhuman, but like
I
they
don't
were
even
also
remember a
blind
serum happening.
or whatever the fuck he
I
was
just
doing
remember
to
the
them.
dude making those robo things and it all fucking up. That was Iron Man 2 though. What the fuck happened in Iron Man 3?
I saw it. What the fuck happened in that
Yeah,
movie?
I was thinking about it. I'm like, no, wait, because then as soon as I said that out loud, I remember like, no, I remember Mickey Rourke going, droids better. So I'm like, no, that was Iron Man 2. What the fuck happened in Iron Man 3? That was the one with the fake Mandarin, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. I
It
remember
takes
that
place after
happening.
the first Avengers.
Yeah, I remember all that. I don't remember what happened in the movie though.
Oh man. I'm gonna find you a recap that's like less than 5 minutes.
I'll watch the movie again at some point.
Well, only reason I can think of it off the top of my head because Luna recently watched 1 through 3 in one day. So
Oh, she started watching that new season of Alien TV yet?
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
She started it while I was getting a tattoo that she did not understand the significance of.
I remember seeing that you were getting a new tat, but I never saw what it was.
It's her name with her birthday.
Oh,
It's all swole right now, and my
but I
camera.
saw the moon, so I figured it had something to do with her. So yeah, yeah.
I was like, "Do you know what that says?" She was like, "No." And I was just like, "Well, what is the first letter?" And she was like, "L." And I was like, "Well, what is L for usually?" And she was like, "Luna." I was like, "So what do you think that says?" She was like, "Luna."
One of these days we're gonna have to talk about your addiction too. So you know,
I also got a jellyfish.
exactly. One of these days we're gonna have to talk about your addiction. Because why the fuck did you get a jellyfish tatted on you?
Because jellyfish are so beautiful. And they also like
You ever been stung by one?
no,
You
I'm
wouldn't
good not doing
you,
it.
you wouldn't think they were so beautiful if you ever been stung by one. Fuck them jellyfish.
Well, it's like how I feel about sharks. Like sharks are very misunderstood creatures.
I don't know. I think I understand them pretty well. You leave me alone, I leave you alone. Like I don't think they're misunderstood at all. Like they're
I'm just
predators with
saying.
very, very sharp, powerful jaws. So leave them the fuck alone. I understand pretty well.
I think they're misunderstood with their intentions.
To hunt and eat? No, I get it. I just don't want to be prey. So I leave them the fuck alone.
Oh well, yeah, for sure.
Live and let live.
Sounds like Viva La Taco Bell comes like after that.
Taco Bell.
No,
It's been so long.
it's been long enough.
Yeah, it's been long enough, so I should get Taco Bell.
No, that's not what I meant. You know, I meant like it's it's been long enough that you can still wait.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
Like,
I'm on 3 different planes of reality right now. So it's like nothing's
like since the November incident, I've had Taco Bell once.
no oh.
I get one cheat meal a week. I just never choose Taco Bell for some reason. It's because I'm
That's
always
fine.
sober.
And that's fine.
That's what it is. Because I'm not drunk, so I don't want Taco Bell.
Well, clearly, I'm questioning drunk use taste buds.
Taco Bell is delicious. Okay. What?
I don't know. I just prefer I prefer someone's abuelita making it for me instead, as opposed to Taco Bell.
See, that's the thing. You're looking at this as Mexican cuisine. That is not what Taco Bell is. Taco Bell is just Taco Bell. Like it's not.
I
It's not
just
Mexican food. Like it's just
I
Taco Bell. So
I just
like,
feel like if I get a taco, like I'd rather it be a soft taco made with potential love and care.
see, that's your problem. You're looking at it as a taco as Mexican cuisine. That's not what it is. It is just Taco Bell. Like it's like if that was the case, like I would never get a burger from a restaurant like McDonald's or like Burger King or either. I'd go to Umberg, Germany or some shit. Like
For Germany.
that's where they came from.
I know.
Like it's just like no. I don't need a German to make a burger for me because like it's a burger. Like it's just Taco Bell is just food that's on a tortilla, not necessarily a taco. It's Taco Bell. It is something different. If I want authentic Mexican cuisine, believe me, I have plenty of options and I will go to those.
I know.
But when I want Taco Bell, I get Taco Bell. That's different shit. It's its own food group or food category, not a food group. That's
Yeah,
that's
I
that's the
wouldn't.
pyramid thing. But no, its own food category. Like, there's Mexican and then there's Taco Bell. How did we start talking about Taco Bell?
I don't know. I know we were talking about tattoos at one point, and then we got onto Taco Bell.
Oh, I said live and let live because we were talking about sharks, and then you said Viva la Taco Bell, and okay, I'm with you. I'm there
Yeah,
now. I know
there we
what
go.
happened now. Now we're having understanding, and we can move on.
Sure.
So then, after all that, we get family talk. They talking to John, and he like, okay, blah blah blah, give it a chance, blah blah blah. Clark gives him a box because reasons, and yeah, and that was the end of the talk. He's okay now. I don't know why, but he's okay now. Um,
The family show. They have to solve it within like an hour, within the hour.
mm, yeah, I guess so. So it turns out also Morgan Ayers wrote a big ass check to help cover the lost donations plus some.
Because his failed experiment blew them the fuck up.
Yeah, I mean that's part of it. I don't even think that's why. I think it's just to win some goodwill among them. If he could still, even if
Oh well, yeah.
even if his experiment didn't do it, he would have still helped because it helps him build some goodwill because he wants to use them. So
Some charity.
yeah, and it's tax deductible for him. Like it's just like every time people give huge donations, I'm like, yo, they just writing off shit for their taxes. Like, why are you? It's money they would have had to pay in taxes anyway.
It's
So
why.
they
It's
lost nothing.
why. It's why when I order on Grubhub, I don't click that. Do you want to round up for this? Nope. Nope. Grubhub asks all the time, like if you want to round
I mean, I hear you,
up.
but what is that? What? Why did? I don't understand.
I don't because the corporation saves on the taxes that they would pay for it because they've already donated. They're just asking you for spare change.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't do it either. It's just weird that that was your reasoning behind it. I
I
don't
don't
do it.
do it to stick it to the men because also I want to keep my change.
I was about to say I do it because I'm just not giving them my change because fuck them. Because like I don't believe they're actually donating it. That's my thing.
Exactly.
But anyway,
At the end of the day, that was my point.
so then we
Not
got
getting donated.
yeah, so then we got this whole thing with they do a whole speech and like, yeah, we love Martha Kent. She was the best of us and yada yada yada. And they put a nameplate on a bench for her. And at first I was like, oh, they're going to give her a statue. They're going to do one of them statues with her sitting on the bench because that's where she always sat. But nope, it was just a
Yeah,
damn
it was
plate.
just like, what is this what is this building that you're putting the statue in front of to begin with?
No, they went to some dude that made a nameplate for like $6 and then they put it on the bench. like,
They were like, could you do us this favor real quick? We think this will do wonders for town morale.
yeah, yeah. Like, man, she did all this for you and you put her name on a piece of tin and stuck it on the bench. Yo, make a statue. Statue. Tell Morgan Edge y'all need a statue. If he just throwing money out there like that.
Right.
We're
Like if
being
he
cheap,
just
nigga.
donated.
Anyway. So then we find out, I guess, that in his own world, Captain Luthor was
With Lois.
married to Lois. Yeah.
But I mean, like in most of I feel like things I've seen of Superman where there's an alternate Earth, on some level, there's always at least one Luthor who has somehow worn down Lois.
Such as.
I feel like I've seen well, I mean, it's definitely been done in Smallville. I feel like I've seen.
I know we saw it in Red Sun.
Yeah, Red Sun where Lois is with him. I just kind of feel like
what show did you? What were we talking about that on, Mar?
Multiverse.
So Multiverse. Where can people watch Multiverse early?
On the Patreon.
So how do they get to that Patreon? That's patreon.com/creationworld, right?
Yes.
You should all go there and subscribe and get to the new episode of Multiverse early. Do that. What are we doing next?
Death of Superman.
There we go. Yeah. So next we'll be talking about Death of Superman. So y'all should check that shit out.
I was like, I know it's something about Superman.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel like whenever I watch something about Superman, I feel like I always see, to some level, there's something about Lois and Lex entertained.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I was saying. May not be every rendition, but I feel like I've seen it.
Happens often enough to where it's a thing. I get you.
Yeah.
So then we got a scene with Sarah and Jordan, and Sarah friend zones Jordan after being late for their date. And I'm like, damn. Da.
She's like, sorry.
I just need a friend. I'm like,
let's not do this right now.
Jordan's like, he should have been like, well, you don't need me, and walked away, but he didn't.
Right. Like, well, I'm not the friend for you.
On his way home, he is suddenly attacked
by Tag.
He just whooping his ass like, what did you do to me? Like, nigga, I ain't do nothing to you. But
right,
he did.
Like, that's right. At the same time, it's just like you did this to him, but it's just like I'm not that upset about it because it wasn't really intentional.
Yeah. But that was Superman and Lois.
Superman and Lois will be back May 18th.
And its place will be
Supergirl.
Yeah. So where are we going next?
And speaking of Supergirl will be back on the 30th for its 6th and final season.
Yeah.
Let's go with The Flash because we don't have a Black Lightning until April 12th.
All right. Flash. This episode of The Flash was called what?
Central City Strong.
All right. Barry's feeling shitty. Abracadabra shows up. He whoops his ass. Some weird, crazy, strong thing shows up at the end. It's absorbing dark matter, well, antimatter and all that. That was the end. Anything else?
Cool. Let's go to Batwoman. That episode was called Survived Much Worse. I guess I'm taking point on this. So we have Alice and Ryan just writing a letter to
Oh
Kate.
man, no, let's talk about the Flash,
Do
okay?
we have to? Do
It's
we have to?
yeah, yeah, we do. I know, I don't want to either. This episode felt like
From the title alone, I was just like, I don't want to watch
just
this.
just just a big old nothing burger here.
And
It
Luna
was
was so excited to watch it, and I was just like, shut up. Like, shut up. No, you're not. I was still sober when we watched that too. Like
I'm sorry.
I was doing this thing when I made a deal with her. I was like, we'll watch one episode of the CW verse and then we'll watch two episodes of something you like because two episodes of something she likes is an
Same
hour
length.
long.
Yeah.
Yeah. She thinks she's getting more. She's really getting the same amount of time. And then I'd be like, the next hour is mine, the next hour is yours. She was so excited to watch The Flash. I
Oh, she
was
likes the Flash?
so bored. It's the only one she can recognize. Like Batwoman to her because like Superman and Lois and like
Not a lot of
sometimes
Superman
Batman,
shit going on
it's
there, yeah.
not enough. Yeah, it's not enough stuff happening for her to be like, oh my god.
Yeah, but the Flash is a whole lot of yeah, lightning
She
everywhere. And yeah.
she enjoys like the Flash. She enjoys Supergirl because there's usually a reason that they're doing something.
Mm, I see.
So
I see.
Black Lightning, I'm still trying to get her in because the girl is still shocked that she's black. So, we had a very, very, very in depth Black History Month.
Oh man. The more I think about it, the more I don't want to talk about the Flash.
We don't have to. That's the best part about running your own show. We're not signed to anything. We're not
Oh man.
contracted to anything. Like Greg is not going to be like, you guys didn't talk about the Flash though. He's not going to come to us about it.
You really are right. Like
We can talk about the end because that was the only thing I thought that was exciting because
Iris coming to grips with her trauma and then Caitlin and Frost split.
yeah, because in all honesty, the whole abracadabra story
Yeah, it's fucking dumb. Yeah.
is fucking dumb because he talked him down, literally talked him down, and then like had a therapy session with him where he talked about the reason why he was coming to just disappear the city was because of crisis. He had this whole other life with this wife and this son named Luca and Amale, and his name is actually Philippe. It's not abracadabra, go figure. And it's just like he's just mad because that whole life is gone, even though it was never his own. It's just
Yeah,
dumb
one of the
stuff.
alternate Earths memories is in him because they all got merged together, so he's all shitty. Yep, and that was the Flash. So
Exactly. The different at the end, Iris goes and tells her story about how she was in the Mirrorverse for 3 months, didn't realize it was only that amount of time, and she promoted Allegra to staff writer, and apparently Killer Frost and Caitlin are now separate people.
yeah,
They're separate entities now.
and we saw the weird shit, the multicolored lightning going down, and also like this crazy, weird, strong thing that could absorb antimatter and lightning and shit, just absorbing energy, getting stronger, and ran away. That's all you really need to know about the Flash. That's all we really care about with the Flash, and we'll move on. Let's talk about Batwoman.
Bam. Because this was the most entertaining episode of them all of the week for being the Sunday show.
Yeah, yeah. So this episode was called What?
Survived much worse.
So we kicked this off. We got Ryan and Alice. They're both writing in a journal to Kate because everything's still about Kate somehow. And
wait. I'm confused. Well, no. I should bring it up towards the end. Keep going. Ignore
okay.
me.
So Ryan's trying to self-medicate with some adrenaline shit mixed with some other shit, and Mary's
it's
like, "Yo,
cortisone and something else. I didn't catch the other thing was
adrenaline."
There we go. It's cortisone, adrenaline, and it will speed up her cell decay by 300%. I caught everything but the adrenaline.
And that was the only part I caught. So together we make a full thought. So
we make one brain.
Yeah. There you go. So Mary's like, what the fuck? Then we got Luke going to Sophie like, "Yo, we need your help." Apparently, she knows he's working with Batwoman, so
At
yeah,
this
there's that.
point, does it really matter?
It doesn't.
Everyone, right? Because
Everybody knows everything now because it's just
everyone has helped her at some point and has done something with
yeah,
her at some
yeah.
point.
It's like a whole Arrow thing, except it took Arrow a few seasons for everybody to know everything. Like Batwoman, not everybody know everything in the beginning of season 2. Like it's just Jesus.
Like
Like
we came into this season kind of being like, yeah, Kate is Batwoman.
and everybody knows it. And now like, oh, Luke's working with Batwoman, and everybody knows it.
I mean, he don't do anything else, and you guys, what, like, what?
Yeah.
You thought he wasn't?
So they also know Ocean's alive. Crows are going to the island. Blah blah blah. They get snatched up though in the parking lot. I guess they were going to their car.
They were on their way to Coriana, and
Were they even on their way to Coriana yet? They hadn't even got in the car yet. Like they just walking in the parking garage and they
I
get
feel like
jumped.
they were that was their destination. That was the plan.
Mm-hmm. And then Ryan like, oh well, that's not happening. So she injects herself with her, with her little combination thing that she saw on YouTube. So she's all hyped up on adrenaline now. But then it's like, yo, we got to have this talk because I'm gonna go and bring Kate back. What happens then? I'm like, that's a good question. You got to kill her. No,
That's all there is to it.
no, you can't do that. Okay, well then I don't know. Um, so yeah, they have this whole thing, and now she's got to jump out of a plane, and she's never even been on a plane before, so she can land on the island because the island's hidden by like electromagnet shit, and she gets some weird EMP shit on her waist, so she can get through the electromagnetic field.
First
There's
off,
a lot of shit. A lot of
how
shit.
how did we get Ryan on a plane and never know that she had never been on a plane before?
You don't ask, you don't know. It's one of those things they just assume everybody's done.
That's a horrible thing to assume. The child lives out of her trailer.
Well, yeah, I know, but you got to think of where they come from.
Touche.
They don't know
Touche.
no better.
They don't know any better.
Then we got Sophia and Alice talking. Sophia knew about the tracker. We thought she knew that was a fake ocean, but she didn't. She just knew it was a fake tracker.
Yo, I kept waiting for it. I was just like, yo, when are we gonna figure out this is a fake ocean? Because I know that's going to be.
It's coming. Yeah.
It's like I knew that was going to be a thing. Like there was no way Alice was just gonna get away with that.
Yeah. So apparently, after Sophia and Big Daddy Kane wake up in some dungeon cell thingy.
Oh, Coriana.
Yeah. Tatiana comes in talking to him, and she lets Sophie know, like, yo, Sophia wants you to join her army. So yeah.
You know what's crazy though? When you realize they got free from the EMP bomb, I was just like, is it really only up to Sophie and Papa Kane to save everyone? Like I don't have a lot of faith in that.
Yeah, me neither. Because I mean they can't. And guess what? They didn't. So
right. They did nothing to help anybody.
Yeah. All she did was sit there and hold Ryan's hand while she was about to die because, even though it was all on fire, she couldn't run down there and grab a rose before it burned up because that would have been too difficult.
It would have been too easy to explain.
Yeah, like, because they weren't all on fire at the same time. She could have just ran down there and looked. Like, you didn't even try. You're useless, Sophie. Like, you suck.
You got all them tools at your disposal and you don't even fucking use them.
Yeah, you're not helpful at all. So, and
sure,
that time,
I'll sit with you while you die.
Yeah. So EMP unlocks, Big Daddy Kane and Sophie's shit, and they whoop some ass. They get loose. Ryan lands. She loses radio contact. There's an ambush. Batwoman tells Sophia when she's get brought before her, like, yo, that's not really ocean. Check.
She like, look at homeboy's body.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen his penis? That's not the same penis. Um, Batwoman and Alice, they're in a cell talking.
And Ryan reads the fuck out of her.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
She's like, you don't want her back to kill her. You just want her back
She's
as a
right.
sister.
Um, then they have the real Ocean now, though, because they did some little tracking shit with the phone and following her messages and all that kind of shit. Blah blah
Her
blah.
search history.
Yeah. So yeah, they grab him up. They're like, "Yo, Alice, kill this motherfucker now. Here's a knife." We got one of Sophia's assassins. They attack. Luke and Mary try to kill him. Doesn't work
She's just
out.
trying to protect that plant. She's just trying to protect the plant.
Yeah, because they like whooped her. She, almost gets when they knock her out, but she falls on the plant all bloody and shit.
You know what's funny? When they kept making a big deal about it, and they were just like, she's bleeding on the plant. And I was like, there's gonna Desert Rose gonna come out of that.
Yeah, so now you gotta wonder where did Angelique get the plant?
Probably from Ocean.
But this was like she got it from her a while ago, didn't she?
I have no idea.
Yeah, because I think she said she got it from her like when they were younger,
Or
from before she went to jail.
But my theory was, because remember when Sophia was telling the story of how the Desert Rose came to be, like they were just like the bodies just, the blood like turned into the rose, but like there was nothing there before. I was thinking because Homegirl, just the assassin person, is from the island, I figured there's something about her blood that just made that plant bloom a desert rose. That's my other theory. But there
Maybe.
is the theory of, where did Angelique get that plant from? Because they made it such a big deal.
That she got it from Angelique. So we'll see.
No, Angelique has a connection to Ocean, or had a connection to Ocean.
Right. So how far back does that connection go?
Mm-hmm.
So then cut back, Alice actually does stab Ocean.
She was like, sorry, boo.
Yeah.
I don't actually want to kill my sister. Because he was just like, you going to kill me to also kill her, so you don't really get either one of us.
Yeah.
And she was just like, sorry, boo, but I actually want my sister.
Yeah. So then Julie shows up at
Random. I forgot all about her.
Yeah, me too. But she shows up at Wayne Tower because,
Unannounced.
yeah. Assassin chick tries to, wakes up and almost gets them, but Julie saves them because,
She always
Julie.
has a dagger in her boot.
Yeah. And then we got Sophia like, okay, I'll bring you to Kate, Alice. Nope.
Yo, she was just like, I told you, I never had your sister. I just wanted revenge for y'all's betrayal.
Then we got Julie. She's talking to Mary and Luke. And she's like, yo, we found body parts that match Kate's DNA.
That washed up in Bloodhaven.
Yeah, yeah. So she dead, bro. She dead.
I was like, finally.
And
Not
then,
that I wanted Kate dead, but it was like, for all of this,
I need to wrap this shit up. Yeah, I know.
Because that, especially with that, I guess, I don't know if that was fake or real, about the whole Kate being recasted.
Yeah. It's been reported by several places, and they're all reputable places. They recast her with someone else. And you saw in the little clip at the end, her face is all fucked up, so they can do some kind of face reconstruction shit, and so she looks different now. And yeah.
All right, because I saw someone in a dungeon with a red necklace, and I was like, who is that?
Yeah, that's Kate. It's Kate.
Okay.
That was the whole thing. That's supposed to be Kate. She's like underground somewhere, all fucked up. But that's what I mean, like the whole facial reconstruction thing, and she ends up looking different, and they can explain it that way.
They just changing everybody's faces this season.
That's what Batwoman does. We change faces.
Oh no, I meant like just the CW verse in general. We got Jennifer's face has changed.
Oh yeah.
Now we got Kate's face is changing.
Greg looks at all his stars and he says, I want to take their face
Off.
off.
I don't want it. I don't want the beauty that they were given at birth. I want to make my own creation.
Yeah. And then after Sophia tells Alice, like, yo, I didn't kill your sister, like, she's like, all right, nah, you need to get out. And that was it.
Yeah, that triggered me. Like, what's his face from Diary of a Mad Black Woman? He's like, yeah, I've been sleeping with this bitch for mad long. I'm gonna move her in. You need to leave.
You got to go. Yeah. So then, because reasons, Sophie and Big Daddy Kane find a plane because there's just an unused plane just sitting there on the island.
I'm under the impression that that's how Tatiana was getting to and from to get out.
The repairs apparently because Big Daddy Kane said I can get it running. So like there's something wrong with the plane too. So it's been just sitting there for a while. I don't know if Tatiana was using that or not.
Oh, I just assumed that it was like one of those things of like, I don't have keys for it, so I think I can get it running.
Maybe. Then we see Ocean isn't actually dead because the knife was like coated with the berries and juices from the desert rose.
Imbued with the desert rose.
Yeah.
So his arteries were closing up the moment the blade hit them.
Yeah, whatever.
It doesn't make sense because either way that blade still has to tear through it.
Yeah, like he was still stabbed in his chest. So like when you pull it out, yeah, it heals everything up. But all that time, he's dead. So
which means his brain ain't getting no oxygen. Like y'all be thinking
blood
like
coagulating and all that kind of shit. Like everything stops working. Like so.
Like y'all think we don't understand how the human body works, and we do, Greg. We do. Yeah, we do. I watch a lot of CSI, a lot of Law and Order. I watch a lot of murder mysteries.
Please. And I was a kid. We had a show called ER.
I remember that show. I didn't watch. I remember watching it, but I don't remember retaining any info.
Yeah. I remember George Clooney was on that show for a while.
Yes.
I remember there was some dude on there named Dr. Green. I don't remember anything about Dr. Green. I remember he got cancer at some point.
Oh, no. Is it a medical drama if someone on the show doesn't have like some form of uncurable disease?
Yeah.
Or terminal disease, I should say. But let's finish this.
So then Alice breaks free, burns the Desert Rose Garden. Ryan is dying.
Fuck your shit.
Yeah, Ryan is dying. She has Sophie to stay with her. We talked about that all the time. Turns out Ryan's plant was a desert rose. And then, and Luke's like, yo, bring her back here now. And then we see this person underground, all fucked up with a necklace. Clearly, it's supposed to be Kate. Blah, blah, blah. And that's the end. That was Batwoman.
And they'll be back next week. But then something with Angelique doing something stupid where she's the getaway driver.
Oh, okay. All right, Mar. Who's winning?
I said Ryan.
Why is that?
Because Ryan's about to go home to a desert rose.
Yeah, that's about to happen, but it ain't happened yet. Things can still go wrong before she gets to that desert rose.
Touche. But we know that more episodes are coming. So
this is true. But we also know they've recast Kate, so that could still go wrong.
Yeah, but that's later on. Kate's still like lunch meat face in someone's dungeon right now. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with Ryan. Which leads me to my losing Kate.
I can kind of dig that.
Thanks.
For me, who's winning is Sophia because she got what she want right now. So
you right.
Like It's all good for her. However, losing is a different matter for me. Because I'm looking at everything that's happening here and I'm just like, in combination with having to be a part of that stupid ass episode, on top of the fact that he ends up dead at the end, I'm going with Abracadabra.
He did. We did gloss over that. Abracadabra does die in that
Mm-hmm.
episode.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, he dead. And that was it.
Yeah.
So, folks, that'll be it for this week's episode of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow. Do not forget, you can follow us, Creation World, on Instagram and Twitter at The Creation World. That is at TheCreatia World. As always, if you don't know how to spell world, get your life together and get a fucking dictionary. Also, you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Creation World. You can follow me on both Twitter and Instagram at Sir_Cussalott. That is at SIR_CUSSALOTT. Mara, where can they find you?
You can occasionally find me trapping on Twitter at Mara the Shark and also on Instagram at Mara the Shark.
Good, good. Also, people, subscribe to the YouTube.
Do it, please.
Again, I appreciate all the people that watch us on Pornhub because that's still hilarious to me. But subscribe to the YouTube.
Do both, please.
Yeah, yeah. Just hit the little subscribe button. It's free. Just hit that button. Also, just, go to the Patreon. $1 gets you, special shit early.
That makes you holla.
Yeah, yeah. So hop on in there.
Or I should say $1 makes Johnny holla.
Let's be honest, like a nickel makes him holler. But
there is that, but you know what I mean.
Also, those of you out there who, video game fans, like to watch video gameplay, go to the Twitch, twitch.tv, twitch.tv/Creation World. Kobe's on there running our Twitch channel, streaming games all the time. He's fucking like dope on Apex Legends. He's a fucking killer, y'all. So check it out. He's great at 2K also. He plays that. So he plays a lot of different things. He streams a lot. Check it out. Also, if you're a wrestling fan, check out Smacking It Raw every week. Everywhere you find all of this stuff. There's also a Facebook group that goes along with that. Facebook.com/group/Smacking It Raw. I believe that's everything. Dungeons After Dark is coming soon. You get to see us, play Dungeons and Dragons, by far the nerdiest shit we've ever done on this channel. It'll be a good time because we really don't know what the fuck we're doing, but we're figuring it out as we go along. It'll be fun. I believe that's it though. I believe that's everything. Did I miss anything? Did I forget anything?
I think you covered all the bases.
All right. Well, then we'll catch you all next week. Until then, we out.
Bye.